You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
The holy grail of Star Wars collectible.
Oh my God, I didn't think that he existed. I've never seen one, I've only heard about it.
What's more rare than finding a honey-dip lovely at the unemployment office? Finding a double-tip Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, or Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. Now here's Junkman to tell you all about it. Peace out, player.
Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a whole new video. Today we're going to talk about some of the rarest Star Wars figures ever, loose and on card. The double-tip lightsaber Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Darth Vader. I'm sure most of you heard about this, but I never did a video on them, and I didn't find that many videos on them going into detail about them on YouTube, so I thought, let's talk about them. First, I'm going to have to show you my figures, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. But sadly, no, I don't have the double-tipping Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, or Obi-Wan Kenobi. I did in the mid-90s have a double telescoping Luke Skywalker, but put it up in storage, and even if it was in a case, a few years later I got it back down and the saber was broken to 2 pieces. Never have that again. Anyway, I have to pull out my old figures. Now, if you watch my videos for any period of time, you know whenever I talk about showing you one of my original 12, I always say, it's locked behind glass. I'm not going to show it to you because I'm too lazy to get it out. But there's no way around it. I'm going to have to at least get one of the figures out so we can talk about this figure. So here goes. I hope there's not too much glare. This is my original 12 in case. It's so cool, it doesn't even stay in the junk room that I have to keep it in my living room so I can look at it daily. Get out of the way, you hair lip loser. Anyway, well, I jumped over the junk sign. I guess it'll be okay. But let's get to it. Now I'm going to speed this video up here where I take it out. I'm not going to take them all out. Probably just going to take out Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I do hope one day to replace Luke Skywalker, as he's missing a tip altogether. And it really aggravates me. So let's do this here. Oh, comes out a little easier than I thought. Oh, I'm gonna get no gangster Chewbacca fur all over this. Hush, chair. Okay. Let's take out the... I need to paint these tags there. Stands. Why do I call them tags? Let's take out Vader. Well, let's take out these two. I hate to do it. I'm scared somebody's gonna get wobbly or something. Let's bring this back over here. Sorry about the squeaky chair. Get that out of the way. Now we can talk about the double tape. Now we can talk about the double tapping. Now we can talk about the double telescoping sabers. First up, let's talk about. Hold on, I got my notes over here. I'm looking. I'm cheating. Got my cheat notes over here. Let's talk about the name because there are some different names. Some people call it. You just might see it referred to as the DT lightsaber. Some people might call it the early bird lightsaber. Mostly they call it that. They're talking about Luke Skywalker, or you might see it referred to as double tip. That's what I call it. That's what I heard a lot in the 90s. That's usually what I say, double tip, but double telescoping is probably the most common name for it. I've also seen it referred to as the extended lightsaber. Now, let me show you Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's get this a little closer here. We all know about the Obi-Wan Kenobi with the lightsaber. This is the common figure that we all have. Get back in there. Sorry about that. This is the common figure we all have. Lightsaber in hand, push it up like this, and the saber comes out to reveal the tip. Now, what's so different about the rare ones? Here's Darth Vader's also, so you can take a look at it. Some good looking sabers. So what's different about these and the rare one? Well, if you don't know, this tip here on the rare one also pulls out. You can pull it out again. Now, a lot of times when you find it, it's not as straight and as smooth as this one. It's really thin piece of plastic, so to find one that hadn't been bent all up and damaged is very hard to find. When you take it out,
Okay, I remember that. They all do that. Right?
Well, watch.
this comes out.
Oh my.
If you're looking in the market to buy one of these, be careful because there's a lot of fakes out there on eBay. So let's put them out. Can't believe I dug out the case just for that, can you? Let's put these up here like I used to like to pose them like this. I always like when they make an X with their lightsabers. Look at that. Come on, Darth Vader, stand up. Now that we have them fighting with their normal, boring lightsabers, let's talk about the double telescoping lightsaber. First, let's talk about Luke Skywalker. Again, mine's missing his tip, so he's not a double tip lightsaber. He's not even a double tip lightsaber. He's not even a double tip lightsaber. He's not even a single tip lightsaber. He's a missing his tip lightsaber. I need a new one, but these little lightsabers are going up in prices. Anyway, let's talk about Luke Skywalker, as he's the most common to find with the double tipping lightsaber. Again, that means the little French tickler at the top pulls out even more. Why is he more common? Well, he was released first in the early bird set. So a lot of the double tip lightsabers Luke Skywalker you see came from the early bird set. I'm sure we all know what the early bird set is. First, it was the empty box where Kenner promised to send figures to your house once that became available. Luke was in that early bird set. These two guys wasn't. And not all the Luke shipped in the early bird package had the double tipping lightsaber, but some did. So that kind of shows us very early on in the production of these figures, Kenner changed their mind. Why did they change from the double tipping saber to this one right here? Well, as always, cost is one thing, and then there was assembly. You had to slide the little tip into the saber. Let me see if I can get this saber out, and I'll try to demonstrate, but I don't know if I can really. You can't really see right here. At the very back of the saber is a hole where the tip would slide into. So you can imagine people at the Kenner plants trying to put this together. So Luke is the most common, and yes, Luke has been found on card, on a 12-back card with the double tipping lightsaber. But extremely rare to find him on card. Now you can find him loose a lot easier. In fact, I looked on eBay before making this video at some that has sold, and I found about 16 of them that has sold on eBay. And an ungraded Luke runs for maybe $700 to about $900, depending on the condition. Again, it's very hard to find one that has a clean, straight tip. The tip like these, they get really wavy over time. Although the double tipping Luke saber is rare, he's not as rare as Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. So let's talk about them. First, Darth Vader. Believe it or not, there's only about 25 of these with the double tip saber known to exist. That's right, about 25 of them. Now I checked eBay just to see if any sold, and actually one did sell a while back, and it sold close to $4,000. $4,000 cause the little tip comes out of the lightsaber. Crazy, right? Now what about Darth Vader on card? That's extremely rare because we only know of 3 of these that exist. Yes, we only know about 3 Darth Vader with a double tipping lightsaber that exist. So if you have that one, you're sitting on a gold mine. I mean, everybody talks about the vinyl cape Jawa. It's rare, yes, but it has nothing when it comes to the rare Vader and Obi-Wan with a telescoping saber. It's a lot harder to find than a vinyl cape Jawa. So now that we talked about Vader, let's look at Obi-Wan. Again, like Vader, very rare. Although I couldn't find any good information about how many loose Obi-Wans are out there, they seem to be just as rare as the Vader. So I'm guessing about 25 of them that we know of, like Vader. And I looked on eBay, and unlike Vader or Luke, I couldn't find any Obi-Wan Kenobis that are sold on eBay. So does that mean it's harder to find than the Darth Vader? No, not exactly. They're both pretty hard to find. The Obi-Wan Kenobi was released on a 12-back card. Again, extremely rare. And like the Darth Vader, there's only 3 of these known to exist on the card. Now let's put these back in their poses and they don't fight here. And we'll have Luke looking on. Hey, what you doing there? Tell you, when I was little, I used to take the cape off of Obi-Wan, crinkle up, throw it down on the ground so it looked like he disappeared. Anyway, back to the video. Now on the back of the card for the 12-back figures, it has instructions on how to work the tip. That's right, if you're on the very early first release of the 12-back card, you can see on the back how to work the tip to let kids know that the tip also pulled out. But soon after release, even that was changed on the card. It's still technically a 12-back card, but the description of the saber instructions has changed. But let's look at the double telescoping figures. Again, If you have one that has this little tip thing, that doesn't mean you have one of the rare ones. Just pull on it, and if it comes out, then you know you have the rare double telescoping lightsaber. And if you have it and you don't want it, hit me up and I'll take it off your hands. Or donate it to the junk room. Wouldn't like to see it in a video? And then you can call your mom and dad up and say, hey, look, that Darth Vader you got me as a kid is in the background of a Junkman video. And they can say, what's wrong with you? Did you have a stroke? Who are you? And they'll hang up and never talk to you again. Well, I hope you learned a little something new, or I hope you just was entertained by this video. If you enjoyed it, please thumb up and subscribe to the channel as always. And I'm just rambling. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It's been a long day. What is on your head? Anyway, thank you for watching. Be back very soon with a whole new video.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.